anything out here. Right, civilization at last. Right, good. Oh, hello. I'm Santa's senior assistant, and I was in the lift. Thank you very much. Look, I was wondering, could you take me just there? Is that possible? Oh, thank you very much. City. Right. Oh, it's the city. Hear ye, people of Sydney and surrounding hinterlands, hearken unto what? Let it be known that his right royal fatness, Saint Nick, the purveyor of Yuletide presents, you know, the rather chubby fellow with the chimney fixation, is coming to town. The end. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Excuse me, did you say Santa Claus is coming to town?
Thank you very much. And thank you very much. And thank you.
Better watch out, better not cry, better not shout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Making a list and checking it twice, he's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you've been bad or good. Better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Now Santa is a busy man, he has no time to play. He's got millions and millions of stockings to fill on Christmas Day. 'Cause you better write your letter and make it right away. 'Cause he's getting ready with his reindeer and his sleigh. Oh, do it now.
You better watch out!
You better be good. Santa Claus is coming, yeah.
A little tin horn, a little shotgun,
A Rudy toot-toot and a rummy tum-tum. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's got curly head dolls that come and cue, elephant boats and candy costumes. Santa Claus is coming, yeah, yeah. Gonna have a jubilee, yeah. All around a Christmas tree. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming, yeah, yeah. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yes, he's coming to town.
You know, Mark, you better be good or else you're not going to get any presents.
Thank you. Live from downtown Sydney, it's the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade, starring Mark Stevens, Linda Hartley, Cameron Daddo, Michael Edward Stevens, Collette, the Seven Little Australians, Rolf Harris, Kerri-Anne Kennerley, Ronald McDonald, Normie Rowe, and the Hanna-Barbera characters. Your hosts, Tim Webster and Lyndel Jacob.
Yes, good morning everyone. Welcome to the first annual Grace Brothers Christmas Parade. We hope in the years to come there'll be many, many more. Based loosely on the one they have in Macy's in New York City, and of course all over the world they have Christmas parades, so why not in the most beautiful city of Sydney? Over the next couple of hours, 1,000 musicians, 500 performers will entertain you as we basically welcome Santa to town. We're perched, well, rather precariously up here in the Pitt Street Mall to bring all the action to you. And with me is an old mate who has in fact just given Santa another one to put on the list and fill the stocking of. Lyndel Jacob. Hello, mate.
Morning, Tim, and good morning, New South Wales. It's wonderful to be here, and yes, dear little Jessie arrived almost 5 weeks ago, and she's ordered a car for Mummy for Christmas because she'd like to ride in a new car.
A Porsche 911.
Why not? Why not?
Jessie likes style.
Yes, and you've actually got a new little one. Well, about to have a new little one.
In fact,
Santa.
it could be today.
Really?
So if I disappear in the next 10 minutes, you'll know what happened. I've got to be the coach. You've got to do all the breathing
Oh,
stuff.
good on you. Well, isn't that exciting? Well, please don't do it today, okay?
Don't know, but tell Charmian, don't tell me.
Now, one of the things you didn't mention are the wonderful floats that are going to come rolling through this city, and they are fabulous. They're worth about $2 million, wonderful robotics and very animated. They're really worth having a look at, so you can either still come into town or, of course, we're going to show it all to you this morning.
I tell you what I'm really pleased about, the fact that there are so many kids behind. I don't know if you can see them there. There they are. So many kids and people lined up the mall, just ready to take part in this first Grace Brothers Christmas Parade, and it's terrific to see all the kids and their mums and grandmums and granddads all here to take part, and that's what we like to see every year. It really is. You didn't mention that leading the parade will be Kay Cotty, our First Lady of Sale, and of course Kay's a sensational human being, and I'm very proud to call her a mate. I'm here to tell you she's a great lady. She'll be leading up the parade, and of course she's Australian of the Year, and we'll give that up in a little over 2 months on January 26th to the next Australian of the Year. All right. Let's have a look at the route this parade will be taking. I can tell you that it's a cool morning in Sydney. After a deluge last night, we're a bit worried, so we start off there at St Mary's Cathedral, one of the great landmarks of Sydney. Then the parade will wend its way down Prince Albert Road, which is beside Hyde Park in Sydney. For those of you in Canberra and the Gong who've not been here, but I wouldn't imagine there's too many, that's the way we go. Right down past Hyde Park. Then into Market Street, where all the action happens. Market Street, of course, pretty much the central shopping area of Sydney, right in the heart of town. And they come down through Market Street and perform right there. That's our stage, right opposite the Pitt Street Mall. That's the performance area where you'll see all of those great stars performing for you today, the inaugural parade. And from there, down George Street, past the Queen Victoria building. God, there's people everywhere, Lyndel, isn't it? Great.
Certainly, it's fantastic to see they've come out,
There's
especially
the
when the weather
QVB.
was
That's the
tricky.
Queen Victoria building, which is one of Sydney's most beautiful shopping places.
Oh,
I
love
think
it.
you'll be in there.
I spend money in there,
You'll be in there over the next few weeks, I can rest assured. And then from the QVB, we go past the Sydney Town Hall, which is already decked out for Christmas. There's our Town Hall, another one of the sensational landmarks in, I think, the most beautiful city in the world. I don't think there's too many that would argue with that in this country. The city, look, there's folks there too. It's great, great to see. And from there, they head down to Darling Harbour, and then all of the floats will be on permanent display in Darling Harbour up until Christmas time.
Oh, and they are going to look so wonderful. So you must, if you don't get to see them live today, go down to Darling Harbour and have a look. Now, way back on the starting line is a good old mate of ours from Good Morning Australia, and he's been gathering together people to find out what the atmosphere is like on the starting line. So let's cross to Larry Emdur. Morning, Larry.
Morning, Lawrence.
Morning, Lyndel. Nice to have you back on deck. Now, Adelaide can have its Grand Prix. Melbourne can have the Melbourne Cup. This is Sydney's big day, and we're out to show everybody that we know exactly how to party. Of course, it's a lot more than the colour and the spectacle of the floats. It's all about the people behind that. And just a short time ago, we spoke to some of the stars who'll be putting on the show today. Let's have a look.
All right, Collette, the very first Grace Brothers Christmas Parade. You look fantastic. How do you feel?
Thanks. I'm nervous. I always feel nervous when I have to sort of get out there and sing and dance. And it's a great idea, and it should be a great day.
Ready for the big parade?
Yeah, it's great. It's fun, isn't it?
How do you feel?
Terrific, terrific. Yeah, it's really good to be part of this, and I'm really enjoying being at home.
Yeah.
Terrific.
You must be a little bit nervous there.
No. Sunday, you don't get nervous on Sunday.
Now, you look pretty cosy there. This is a big event. Are you a bit nervous about this?
Well, I've got to get on that thing there and sort of climb up and stay there and hang on for grim death. I'm a bit nervous about falling off.
But pretty relaxed nonetheless.
No, I'm pretty relaxed.
nice
Looking
way-
forward to Christmas.
Oh, whether they tell us or not, they are a little bit nervous. Tim and Lyndel, why don't you cross back to me very shortly? We're standing by with Kay Cotty. She's sitting in a lovely little car over there. We'll start this whole thing officially, colourfully, with lots of fun for you very soon.
Look forward to it. Look forward to it. There's Larry. Of course, one of the best vantage points, and there's people all over the place there, is at the corner of Pitt and Market in Sydney, and there with all the action. Good morning, Simon Watt.
Hello, everybody in Sydney. With me at the moment, I've got the stars of the opening of today, Mark Stevens and Linda Hartley. I'm sorry, Linda. I was about to call you Kerry Bishop. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no.
I mean, I watch you all the time, and I think, oh, it's Kerry. That was a fantastic opening number, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
What do you think of today?
Wonderful. A lot of people here this morning. I can't believe it, being so early and everything. I'm usually in bed at this time of the morning. What about you?
So many people here, I can't believe the turnout. It's great.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Well, a lot of people wouldn't know that you're a talented singer as well as being an actress.
No. I'll dance a bit too. Tap dance, play the castanets, I'll weddings, bar mitzvahs.
Anything. You play piano in an emergency movie.
Yeah, I'll play piano too, yes.
Right, what's happening for you musically at the moment? Anything?
There's a few nibbles overseas for a couple of musicals, which would be fantastic.
What sort of nibbles?
A great musical on the West End, which is opening next year sometime. So hopefully I'd be able to go over there and do that.
Have you ever performed overseas before?
No, I've been to Fiji. I haven't been anywhere else.
Oh, well.
I didn't perform in Fiji either.
Yep, look, sing like this month.
Big things are happening for you, Mark, apparently.
Yeah, mate, I'm working on an album at the moment, working on a few demos with a few people, speaking with Glenn Wheatley and, just getting my life in order, getting things happening within the music industry because I love to sing. I've been singing since I was 3 years old and that's what I like to do. Plus, another feather in my cap, I can, act as well, so, well, I try anyway.
Oh, well, most people think you do a fabulous job.
Well, I try, like I said.
Okay, well, that opening number was great, guys. And thanks for having a chat.
Right.
And it's... Oh, see you later. And now it's back to Tim and Lyndel.
Thanks a lot, Simon.
I tell you what, he's being modest. Sing a bit.
I know. Isn't he wonderful?
Great voice.
Actually, I
great
hear
voice.
his heroes, John Farnham, and he sings a little bit like him too.
Yeah, for those of you who know about singing, I hear he has already, at his tender age, 3-octave range. And Farnham's got, what, 109?
Yes. Right on.
Something like that.
Sounds very impressive, doesn't it? Anyway, well, Simon will have loads more people to bring to us through the parade. But right now there's more action happening at the starting line. So, Larry Emdur, what's happening there right at this moment?
Thank you, Lyndel. We are standing by, looking pretty colourful here. The Grace Brothers Bears, of course, coming second in the parade. The First Lady is one of Australia's first ladies indeed. Let me say good morning to Kay Cotty. Hiya, Kay.
Good morning, Larry.
Now, Sydney's not a bad town with a turnout like this, is it? Nice place to call home?
Oh, it's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
All right, now you are leading this. What does this mean to you now?
It's a great honour. Along with all the other fantastic honours I've been.
All right, why don't we get this underway? We've got lots of revved up little machines back there. Off you go. It's in your hands, Kay.
I have great pleasure in declaring the start of this wonderful, wonderful parade through Sydney, Christmas parade, and I'd like to wish every Australian a happy Christmas.
Thank you, Kay. The crowd has gone mad. They're waiting for it. The confetti and the ribbon has started. Why don't we get this underway?
There's the parade starting now. I tell you something I have to tell you about Kay Cotty.
Right.
Her book on the exploits of that amazing voyage, which is 189 days around the world, the first lady to sail solo around the world, is now the biggest selling non-fiction hardback book in Australia.
That's a great achievement.
And she wrote it herself. And I remember when she was agonising over writing it on her computer, on her personal computer and the word processor that she had. She agonised about it. And it's a great book. I've had a read. Now there's a Christmas present idea for you.
That's a very good Christmas present idea. Actually, we've got more Christmas present ideas later on too. Doesn't the parade look great? It's slowly making its way there. There'll be a lot of cheering for Kay because it was a wonderful thing she did for Australia and for women and for sailing.
Yes, not only that, she spent the most busy year you can possibly imagine of any human being, working as hard as she possibly can for the life education centres.
Yes.
Virtually tirelessly through this last 12 months or so. And as I said, on January 26th, we'll learn a new Australian of the Year, and Kay will relinquish that honour. Yes. But there we go. Look,
aren't they gorgeous? They're Santa Bear, the wonderful Grace Brothers Santa Bear. I've got one of those at home from Jessie for Christmas. They're making their way along.
I wonder if there's anyone around who can remember when their Grace Brothers goodies were delivered in those old vintage Chevrolet trucks. That's what that is. It's a circa 1920 Chev delivery van.
I must admit, I can't remember that, Tim. Fortunately.
I could say something awful like my mother could, but she'd kill me and she's probably watching. Only kidding, Joyce.
There's the wonderful Hanna-Barbera characters too, all making their way through the light rain as we leave you for the moment, and hope you're enjoying the parade.
We'll be back.
Coming up, the magical talents of Timothy Woon. And joining us from the North Pole, Santa's senior elf. You're watching 10 TV Australia's coverage of the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade.
make your dreams come true, all the wishes that you feel.
We can make them very real.
If you're a dreamer, we are your star of Christmas dreams. If you're a dreamer.
So you want to have fun and you like it fast, and Lionel's the one for the jelly that is. For kids on the move, you know what they want. Lionel's the one for the jelly that rips.
Free sticker in every pack.
So drop in now for a bowl full of fun. If it's jelly that you want, then Lionel's the one. And color's so cool and lipstick so red, Lionel's the one for the jelly that rolls.
It's a street you can't find on any map, but now you'll find it right in your own hometown. It's the original Sesame Street live show with Big Bird, Oscar, Cookie Monster, and all your favorite Sesame Street characters live on stage. Come for the singing. Come for the dancing. Come and help solve the missing bird mystery. On Sesame Street, the street where everyone belongs.
When Emily and Henrietta won the lottery, they had overseas holidays, big houses, limousines, and everyone said they were lucky dogs. But then Henrietta had always been lucky because Emily had always fed a lucky dog. It's nutritious, completely balanced, and comes in 5 delicious dinners. Lucky Dog main meal varieties.
The Irish sweepstakes.
Because every dog deserves to get lucky.
Amazing things happen when you slurp on a Green Gremlin Slurpee. Amazing things happen when you slurp on a Green Gremlin Slurpee. Another reason for stopping at 7-Eleven.
Prints and posters aren't personal enough for today's decorator. Especially now that Anchor Tapestries colour coordinate with your decor. And because they're in long stitch, they're easy to do. It's just like painting with stitches. And you get to keep the original. Anchor, the original way to decorate.
Tonight, 7:30.
So funny, fat stuff.
The final show for 89.
I'm not naughty because I'm an angel.
With Kylie's in-depth interview with Kylie Minogue.
How did you get my number?
The Comedy Company. Tonight, 7:30 on 10.
Hello. On behalf of UNICEF, I'd like to wish everyone watching 10 TV Australia the best of season's greetings, and hoping that you'll share that spirit with the world's children by remembering UNICEF at Christmas time.
Yes, that of course is the marvellous Audrey Hepburn, who herself, I was talking about Kay Cotty working tirelessly, showed us she, for the kids, UNICEF, and of course UNICEF Christmas cards. They're always around, and
Yes.
You couldn't do a bigger favour for the world's kids than to buy some Christmas cards from UNICEF.
Yes, you should really help out with that for this year, because they are a great cause, and she works hard for them. And
together.
people are being wonderfully brave out there in the parade, because we do have to admit something. It is now raining.
We're having a spot of rain.
We are having a spot of rain. So it's fabulous to see that all the kids that are running around, some of them are trying to run out of the rain at the moment. Is that I think we might have is that the juggling or a band? I can't even work out at the moment as they run. They're a lot of fun. We've had the Australian netball team with the Johnson.
And they're obviously having a good time in the rain. I might have jinxed us, I think, saying that the rain had gone. We had a big deluge last night in Sydney. This is just a few spots. It will go away, said he confidently.
I love it. This looks like the 2UW Kitchen Orchestra that you can see. And you and I both worked on 2UW in the past.
Mate, I've worked everywhere.
Great radio station with great fun flow too, as you can see. Looks a little bit like the way I left my kitchen this morning.
Yeah, that's like mine every morning of the day.
It is a worry, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a big float, that one. That's got Sue Cruikshank on it, and also Warren Daly his big band, and some of the boys from 2UW, which I hope will pick up. I know Baz and Pilco are there somewhere.
Yes, they should be in the 51 Ford Trader, Baz and Pilco, and also Robin, who's the pilot of their brekkie bus. Good on her, that's a busy job. And also in the Mustang, Cole Mooney, Trevor Sinclair, Gary Jager, Graham Stone, and of
there
course,
they are. There's
Ian
Barry and
McRae.
Tony.
There are all the guys.
There's Barry and Tony in the yellow car, better known as Baz and Pilco. Barry Eon and Tony Pilkington in the yellow one, and there they are. In case you don't know, that's Pilco on the right, Baz on the left, as you look at the screen, and the rest of the 2UW guys are in the car behind.
Yes, and they're braving the Ranger. They forgot their hats, they did, and their polished. Aren't they wonderful cars too? A lot of fun. It's wonderful to see that people are still hanging in there to watch the parade too, Tim. I'm very impressed with them.
There's a lot of clever people behind us who actually brought their brollies, and they're standing under their brollies and braving the parade, All right, let's leave the parade just for a minute and find out something terribly important. Terribly important.
Yes.
I mean, where does Santa live, for instance?
Ooh.
How do reindeer fly? These and other questions are to be answered by that little elf you saw at the beginning, and 10 TV Australia's most junior and talented young reporter who puts the senior elf right under the microscope.
Where does Santa live, elf?
He mainly resides in a place called the North Pole. Do you know where the North Pole is? It's a lot north of here, and it's sort of shaped like a pole. Not exactly. He lives in a very large house. A lot of it's underground because it's a lot warmer.
How do reindeers fly, elf?
Well, you see, flying isn't something that comes naturally to a reindeer. I mean, they're not designed for flying. But with Santa's special magical powers that have been passed down from certain elves, he has enabled the reindeers, after a long enough run-up, to gain enough speed to lift not only themselves, but the sleigh and Santa and all the toys into the air. Quite simple, really, when you know how.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
What does Santa say? Ho, 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 all the time.
Why does he say ho, ho, ho? Well, he'd sound really silly going, ho, 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 minute voices, 5 corporal and porpoise, 6 pheasants, 9 pheasants, 27, 7,000 Macedonians, full battle, 8 last one, of Egypt, wouldn't he?
I don't think so.
Well, would it be better than saying Concord running up a hill backwards? Yes, it would be. So ho, ho, ho is a pleasant alternative to saying lots of other things.
How does Santa make his toys?
With a great deal of care and precision.
What's precision?
It's a very small ant called Neville who runs around backwards.
I thought so.
Yes.
Hey, elf, do you know what I'm getting for Christmas?
Oh, yes, I do. Do you want to know?
Yes.
I can't tell you. I'm sorry, it's part of being an elf. I've signed the official Elf Secrets Act, which means I cannot divulge what anybody's getting for Christmas. I mean, it'll ruin the surprise, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what I think too, pal. It's a very suspect elf, that one.
Isn't it? Yes.
Very
I thought that was
suspect.
great. But I love the things kids ask about Christmas. They really do. I used to leave the front door open at Christmas time. I wonder why I didn't think burglars were going to come in, really, but that's how we live.
No, the big highlight at our house was, of course, finding the sixpences in the Christmas pudding. I don't know if anyone still does that.
My mother-in-law does. Yeah. She certainly does.
Because these days it'd have to be $5 notes.
Oh, look at the Warrendale Big Band. Aren't they doing a great job? And I think there's a sort of a wet weather cover over the big, what do you call those things? Cellos, no? Oh, you wouldn't quite in the jazz band. The big instrument there. I'm not very good
The
on
big instrument. Warren, of course, is one of Australia's great musicians. He really is. Oh, there's Virginia Hay.
There's Virginia Hay and Larry Emdur. Virginia's why she's got a hat on. Look at Larry. Hello, Larry. How you going?
We're down about 5 cars. Down the end of the street, we turn into East Street. I've got Virginia Hay with me. Nice carnival.
Look at the fantastic. We're really pleased with all the we want everyone to remember there's a lot of my
So was the environment, and the environment's not doing much good for us today. Starting to rain. Do you think they mind?
Oh, I don't think they'd mind at all. But Sydney needs a bit of a clean-up, don't you?
All right. Okay, well, have a nice day and we'll catch up with you later on.
Thank you very much, Larry.
Thanks. Okay.
Good Lord. They were sort of arguing with a bit of noise and everything there, and the rain's coming down.
I have to tell you, see, we were debating where we should sit when we did this thing, and I said I'll just sit over here, which is fine because, you see, I'm under the umbrella and Lyndell's not.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Tim. I'm having a lovely time under the rain.
No problem.
But the performances will not stop no matter what. In fact, we've got a great performance from a New Zealander, Timothy Woon, who does some very clever things.
Next, the true meaning of Christmas and the fabulous Hanna-Barbera characters take centre stage. You're tuned to Santa's official TV station, 10 TV Australia.
At times I feel depressed when I look at myself in the mirror, when I try to put on some of the clothes that I now have in my wardrobe. The look in the mirror doesn't thrill me.
I feel absolutely tremendous. I feel fantastic. It's as if I'm seeing a new person in front of the mirror whenever I look. I'm no longer sad or depressed, and I know that with the help of Jenny Craig that I'll be able to keep this weight off forever.
At Jenny Craig, we take a lot of time to meet your individual needs. Our menu plans are prepared especially for you, and you'll love our new food packaging, no tins. If you haven't seen us lately, you haven't seen us at all.
On Jenny's new program, you can lose all the weight you want for only $92.50. That's right, $92.50. This is the lowest price ever offered by Jenny Craig, so why not call the centre nearest you today?
It's a street you can't find on any map, but now you'll find it right in your own hometown. It's the original Sesame Street live show with Big Bird, Oscar, Cookie Monster, and all your favorite Sesame Street characters live on stage. Come for the singing, come for the dancing, come and help solve the missing bird mystery. On Sesame Street, the street where everyone belongs.
Prints and posters aren't personal enough for today's decorator. Especially now that Anchor Tapestries colour coordinate with your decor. And because they're in long stitch, they're easy to do. It's just like painting with stitches. And you get to keep the original. Anchor, the original way to decorate.
So you want to have fun and you like it fast, and Lionel's the one for the jelly that is. For kids on the move, you know what they want. Lionel's the one for the jelly that rips.
Free sticker in every pack.
So drop in now for a bowl full of fun. If it's jelly that you want, then Lionel's the one. And color so cool and lipstick so red, Lionel's the one for the jelly that rolls.
This week on Neighbours.
I shan't forgive him for this.
Can Matt talk his way out of trouble?
Don't think you're going to get out of this by lying, Matthew.
And a night out with disastrous results.
What do you think?
Neighbours, weeknight 7 o'clock on 10.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. You're watching the Great Brothers Christmas Parade.
She got it out. She got it out.
She did get it out. And even though it's raining, it's still a wonderful sight here as we get all sorts of people wandering along. There's loads of balloons too. Isn't it a lot of fun?
I tell you what, nobody's spirits have been dampened yet. They're all still here.
You know who I can see?
We can only hope the rain goes away.
I love it. Look, she's looking after her brother, isn't she? A sweetie. And Johnson, the tiny tots from Toyland. This is lovely. The kids will enjoy this one. There really are the way these floats have been put together is a story in itself. They really are so exciting, and everybody will be really enjoying watching the way they work. Anyway, talking about kids, I just love the way kids think about Santa and what he does. You know, what clothes he wears, what happens if he can't come down the chimney and all that sort of thing. Well, our kids have got the Santa story down pat. Let's take a look at this.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, like a light bulb.
Where does Santa Claus live, do you think?
Japan, in the sky.
Do you know what Santa Claus looks like?
Yes.
What does he look like?
He has a beard.
Yeah.
And he's got a red suit and black boots. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, ho, ho, ho.
How do you think he gets into your house?
I don't know, we don't have a chimney. He breaks the doors down and puts new ones in.
Have you got a chimney at your place?
No.
So he's
got an aerial.
got an aerial. So maybe he goes inside the aerial and goes down the wire and comes out the television. Do you know the names of any of his reindeers?
Rudolph, Dancer, Prancer, and Blitzen.
Do you know Rudolph?
Mm.
Do you know how to sing Rudolph?
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. All about Mr. Odd, hop and sleigh. Hey! I don't have Santa Claus, I have his brother.
Yes, Bruce, his brother Bruce Claus, who lives at South Pole and has penguins for helpers.
Oh, love it.
Which is a lie, but I just made that up.
Yeah, yes, Queen Victoria building we're looking at there.
The
Lots
QVB,
of
yep.
good shopping. Oh, Fred Flintstone, a big fan.
Dear old Freddie.
Isn't he great? These are the Hanna-Barbera characters performing away on stage.
Yep.
I mean, the kids will just love those. It's great to actually see them live and they're getting the chance to actually touch their favourite characters.
I hope it's not my imagination, but I think the rain is slackening off just a little bit, which would be great if it goes away altogether. We'd be very pleased.
It would be nice if it went away altogether, but the spirit of Christmas is still pervading with everyone having a good time.
There's my favourite cartoon character. Remember the Jetsons? There's
George Jetson. There's George Jetson.
His boy Elroy, Jane, his wife, and Astro.
And Astro. Oh, look at this. This is the Johnson Johnson Tiny Tots toilet. Look at that giant bottle of milk there that baby's drinking, and giant powder and all those things that are coming.
Don't forget, if you're at home now and you can't come down here to watch the parade, which is a shame, these floats will all be on display at Darling Harbour up till Christmas time, so you'll be able to go down there and have a look.
Now, Tim, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. I don't know, though, if we'll actually get that happening in Sydney. With the rain, we might.
Not a wet one.
But look at this. I think this is definitely a character dreaming of a white Christmas. And do you know who's on that float?
Cack.
Dear Cack. For those of you that don't know what Cack means, it's Kerri-Anne Kennerley from Good Morning Australia who'll be doing a bit of a number for us later.
Under an umbrella, yes.
Under an umbrella.
A very big one, I would imagine.
I hope she's hiding underneath it. She spent a long time making her hair look lovely too.
But the good thing is that no one's going home yet, and I really do think we might see less and less of the rain as the parade goes past. There's more of the characters that the kids would just love.
They will. But I'd like to be in a Hanna-Barbera outfit.
Yeah,
You'd be nice and cuddly and warm in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Huckleberry Hound's there. So Snagglepuss, there's Snagglepuss. Remember Snagglepuss? The great old cartoons, I reckon. They were terrific.
Yeah, and they keep on coming around. When kids still enjoy all those cartoons today. Look at those gorgeous girls. Very glamorous.
Is all part of this inaugural, that's a good word too, I just invented that, inaugural Grace Brothers Christmas Parade in 1989, and we hope it'll happen for years to come in the streets of Sydney because, well, let's face it, times haven't been that great, have they?
No, they haven't been.
A lot of gloom and doom around, and it's good to see everybody out in the streets of Sydney today just having fun and enjoying themselves and getting into the spirit of Christmas. And if you think we're being a bit premature, it's only 5 weeks.
Don't frighten me. I haven't even started to do my Christmas shopping yet.
Only 5 weeks.
We've got some great Christmas present ideas for those of you that are sitting at home and panicking like me. Later on, we'll show you some of all the great Christmas present ideas that are around. We've got some of the New South Wales Marching Band there too. The New South Wales Fire Brigade Marching Girls they are, who do a wonderful job along with the Fire Brigade Band. They've won a number of awards and travelled overseas as well.
Yes, apart from the Marching Girls, we've got all sorts of characters and performers and marching bands, and the Australian women's netball teams in there too, somewhere along the parade route. And of course all the great performers you're about to see, Rolf Harris and Barry Crocker and our own Kerri-Anne Kennerley, of course, and many, many more between now and midday.
There sure will be a whole lot of them. It's getting very dark too, isn't it? I'm getting a bit worried that it's going to pour down.
All right, before it pours down, and please let's keep all appendages crossed that it doesn't, let's have our first performance of the day. It's a Small World. This is the New South Wales Fire Brigades Band, the New South Wales Marching Girls, and live in 3D, the Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters. It's a Small World. Here we go.
Fire Brigade Band are wonderful. I've seen them perform at football matches and all sorts of things. They're really doing a great job there.
Yeah, there's that amazing float. Isn't that extraordinary? That's the Dreaming of a White Christmas float.
I'm looking forward to hearing Kerri-Anne sing from that later, along with these wonderful girls dancing for us.
And we apologise for this little breaking up of our pictures, but the weather has just turned terribly inclement in the city of Sydney. I have to tell you.
It sure has. But people aren't leaving. They really aren't leaving. But those of you sitting at home enjoying this on telly can be very glad
you're in the right spot, I assure you.
You certainly are. But look, everyone's still having fun. They really are as they race on. Oh, I like that hairstyle. Mine will probably look like that after the race.
Well, the Hanna-Barbera characters are all right. They've got big suits.
Yes, Fred's dancing away there.
There they are, Fred and Barney and Huckleberry. Who's that? Oh, that's Scooby-Doo.
Oh, it is?
You can tell how many cartoons I've watched over the years.
These girls have won awards for their precision. They really are terrific.
All right, we'll take a break from here and come back and hope the weather improves within the next 2 minutes. See you soon.
The 7 little Australians sing up a storm, and Sue Cruikshank joins Jazz King Warren Daly when the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade returns.
They said it would be wonderful, but I don't know what to feel. I want to be your mother, but it all seems so unreal. Then I touch you with softness, and you know that I'm there. I soothe you so tenderly, and you know that I care. There's a language of love in the touch of my hand.
Speak to her the way she best understands, with your touch. And Johnson & Johnson.
You understand the language of love.
Amazing things happen when you slurp on a Green Gremlin Slurpee. Amazing things happen when you slurp on a Green Gremlin Slurpee. Another reason for stopping at 7-Eleven.
Change sports without changing your shoes. Puma cross-training.
If you've been unsuccessful in your efforts to slim down, it's time you came into a Jenny Craig Weight Loss Center. We teach you how to lose weight and keep it off. At Jenny Craig, we get results.
Lose all the weight you want to lose for just $92.50.
This week on E Street.
I don't want to forget about our marriage.
Lisa's made her decision.
Coming with you on the tour.
But Jojo has other ideas.
My girlfriend's allowed, I told you that.
Bingo. Harley's numbers up on E Street. This week on 10.
Back and
the rain is pouring down.
It really is tumbling out of the sky.
Very brave performers that are out there. I mean, we're complaining under the brolly here, but I mean, it's fantastic to see people like the marching koalas who have travelled the world. And hopefully, obviously, they've travelled the world in better weather than this.
The koalas are some of the best of their genre in the world. You see them at rugby league grand finals. You see them anywhere there's something to do in Sydney, you'll see them, and they are just fantastic.
They've actually performed at the Rose Bowl in America too, which is one of the, if not the biggest sporting event in America.
There's our look up towards St Mary's Cathedral. So everyone's still here and still taking part, despite the fact that it's...
And we'll keep bringing you the entertainment. We will, because these performers are determined to go on. That's the spirit of performance, the spirit of Australia, isn't it? Oh, look at the sight of a little pink under the pink umbrella. I love it. And they're still smiling. It's great to see. And we've got singers. The singers will still be singing for us. Kerri-Anne's probably hiding somewhere at the moment, but she'll be singing for us later along with Sue Cruikshank.
Taken refuge in the park, a few people, I would think, or anywhere they can find a bit of refuge just for the time being.
Yes. Tim, I would say the Grace Brothers could be selling quite a few brollies just at this moment, don't you think?
I think so. I think the brolly sales will be going through the roof.
And the noise of the rain coming down is fabulous. Oh, the poor policemen there too, they're trying to make their way through. He's still hiding in behind there, I think it is.
I think it is, yes.
Oh, good on her.
Still hiding in there.
I'm sure, actually, Kay will have seen worse weather than this, Tim, on her travels, won't she? This will be nothing.
This is a picnic.
I could think of nothing worse than being out on a boat in the middle of nowhere with the rain coming down. At least you can hide under a brolly or under a building somewhere.
That's right. Well, nobody appears to be going. Behind me, they're all still here in the Pitt Street Mall, and they're all taking part. Getting drowned, but taking part.
They are. Good old Aussie flag being held up there by one of the kids as a bit of a protection. Grace Brothers bags, if they run out of brollies, they can always pop the bag. A bag over your head. The whole bag over their head brings on a whole new meaning, really.
In case you've just tuned in at home, this is the inaugural, I did it again, inaugural Grace Brothers Christmas Parade. And it's a bit damp at the moment, just a little bit damp, which is a shame, but it doesn't appear to be dampening too many spirits. So we'll keep going.
There's Santa's Ambassador Kay Cotty through. She's still there in that car.
Yeah, she's still going down the parade. You can see how wet it is there. Unfortunately, that looks like the QVB she's just going past.
Oh, look at that in the rain. Listen, Tim, I tell you what, while people are sitting there we're waiting for all the entertainment to come on, how about we give people some idea of what to buy for Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's
give me some idea.
Watches from Dunhill, there you go. Actually, there's some wonderful fun watches you can look for anywhere. And the gifts we're showing you are available from all around Sydney. Crystal is a really big thing. It's a very new age gift to give for its healing properties. Crystal ball, crystal pyramids, where you're combining the healing properties of pyramids and crystal. A crystal castle, or as I like to call it, the crystal palace. Sort of looks like that. Absolutely beautiful. And these can cost up to thousands and thousands of dollars. And these wonderful wands here with gems in them and the crystal at the end. I rather like those. They do have healing properties supposedly, but even just for the good look of them, they're wonderful. And
I saw this, and I wondered, what in Dickens' name is it?
Well, kaleidoscopes have taken on a whole new look. There are the most superb kaleidoscopes you can buy, from tiny little ones to ones with metal and jewels. And again, you can buy them for as little as hundreds of thousands of dollars. You like this one, Tim? This looks like you.
This is my present.
This is the new Mazda. And this one, it's actually not a bad price for something that looks so sporty. It's only about $30,000.
Only a little car though, but it's a beautiful looking thing.
It is, it's a great looking thing. Mazda RX-5, and
so if some husband wants to make himself a real big hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could buy that
Try
one.
putting it under the tree, pal.
It wouldn't quite fit under the tree. I love two-door cars, but I think I'm really now going to be a four-door girl, Tim.
All right, we're back to the parade, the beautiful old Clydesdales. It won't worry them. Water won't worry the old Clydesdales, I assure you. They won't be worried about it at all. But everyone's still marching along, and I don't know whether you can actually hear at home. You probably can, the rain drumming on our roof. But it's really coming down in Sydney now, as the floats still come past. And people can still manage a wave despite the inclement conditions.
Smiling. Isn't that terrific to see? It really is fabulous, and people are hanging in there watching and having a good time. Oh, look, now the Johnsons, that's a good idea. They're actually baby powders, and they'll be quite comfortable under their suits. Biggest baby powder I've ever seen. You'd need a big baby flogging for that one.
Mind you, with the water on it now, you try pouring it out of the tin.
Oh, there's Collette, Tim. There she is.
Colette's been sensible. She's gone inside a car.
She has. I wonder if she'll still dance in as skimpy an outfit as normal.
Oh, why not?
I guess she will. She'll have
The show must go on.
Yes, that's right. Good on her.
There you go, a giant watermelon.
Oh, I like that. Brekkie starts to look good. All the chippies, they look quite tasty too. Look. The floats, of course, being so expensive, they have been prepared for all types of weather, Tim, so I don't think they're going to fail on us.
Absolutely not. They've been damp-proofed.
Some have taken months and months to prepare too.
Oh, yes,
They
indeed.
really are quite a work of art with the mechanics they put into them, the robotics and the whole lot. Oh, look. Look, she looks a little bit wet and sorry for herself.
There's the golden kangaroos, and they're marching along undaunted. A bit of a slosh on the drums, I imagine, rather than a thump. But there they are. There's Rolf. Oh. Hello, mate. What are you saying? I'm sorry?
You say, what is that, a wonderful day, but it's a bit wet. Good on you, Rolf. What's he got on his head? A garbage bag.
He found it from somewhere. Windscreen wipers on his glasses, perhaps? Windscreen wipers on the glasses. All right, let's see if we can have a bit of music.
Oh,
let's try. She's going to give it a whirl. There she is, the big lady of jazz, Sue Cruikshank and the band. Let's take it away, Sue, and sing in the rain. Although I think she's singing all of them.
All of me. Why not take all of me? Well, don't you see, I'm no good without you. I'll take my own. I want to lose them and take my lips. You had permission to abuse them, your good buns. They left me with eyes that cry. I can't go on, my dear, without you. Well, you took the part that once was my heart. So why not take all of me?
Coming up, Australian showbiz legends Rolf Harris and Mick Conway's Whoopee Band. You're watching the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade.
When Ted and Tim struck gold, they got into fast cars, fast women, and fast fun. But everyone said they were lucky dogs. But then Tim had always been lucky because Ted had always fed him Lucky Dog. It's nutritious, completely balanced, and comes in 5 delicious dinners. Lucky Dog main meal variety.
More gold, Tim. Let's hit the town.
Because every dog deserves to get lucky.
Change sports without changing your shoes. Puma cross-training.
If you've been unsuccessful in your efforts to slim down, it's time you came into a Jenny Craig Weight Loss Center. We teach you how to lose weight and keep it off. At Jenny Craig, we get results.
Lose all the weight you want to lose for just $92.50.
Mom, where's the empty dynamo bucket?
What bucket?
I just bought this new refill pack.
Refill?
To save money. When we run out of dynamo, we just refill the bucket.
You refill your own bucket. Where are you going?
To get another bucket.
I say, Arthur, to pick up some chocolates as well?
Dynamo Concentrate. Save with the new 750-gram refill.
Take a look at our eventful past and future. Hosted by Mike Gibson, a 10 Eyewitness News special. The television premiere of It Seems Like Yesterday. Impressions of the 80s. Tonight, 6:30 on 10.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you too, kids, because it's easy for you because your bits were recorded out in the park in the sun.
That's right, absolutely, the little
Now
beaches.
listen, if you're sitting at home at the moment in Sydney, Canberra or Wollongong and a steaming cup of hot coffee there beside you and a little toast and Vegemite, perhaps a hot croissant. We really hate you.
Exactly.
Don't you know that? We really hate you. It is absolutely teeming here. Let's not be...
It is absolutely teeming here, but...
Let's not be nice about it.
But the performers are going to go on.
Oh,
and,
Rolf wouldn't miss it.
And Rolf Harris, that wonderful man, is going to go ahead with a great number for us, The Ugly Bug Ball.
Go, Rolfie.
Once a lonely caterpillar sat and cried to a sympathetic beetle by his side. He said, I've got nobody to hug, and I'm such an ugly bug. Then a spider and a dragonfly replied, if you're serious and want to win a bride, then come along with us to the glorious annual Ugly Bug Ball. Come on, let's roll to the Ugly Bug Ball, and a happy time we'll have there at the Ugly Bug Ball. Well, everybody, let's crawl to the Ugly Bug Ball, and a happy time we'll have there, one and all, at the Ugly Bug Ball. While the crickets took their tricky melodies, all the ants were fancy dancing with the fleas. Then up from under the ground, the worms came squirming around. They all danced until their legs were nearly lame. That's every little crawling creature you can name. Everyone was glad, what a time they had. They were so happy they came. Come on, let's roll to the Ugly Bug Ball, and a happy time we'll have there at the Ugly Bug Ball. Everybody, let's crawl to the Ugly Bug Ball, and a happy time we'll have there, one and all, at the Ugly Bug Ball. Come on, let's crawl to the Ugly Bug Ball, and a happy time we'll have there at the Ugly Bug Ball. Everybody, let's crawl to the Ugly Bug Ball, and a happy time we'll have there, one and all, at the Ugly Bug Ball.
Good on you, Rolfie. You're a trooper.
Isn't he?
You're a real trooper. You'd have to be.
And those kids, aren't they? One of them is wiping them, right?
Oh, look, I had such hope for Sydney this morning. I was coming into the car and patches of blue sky, a little bit of fog and mist around. I thought, oh, it's going to be nice after all that rain last night. Well, it's come back in a big circle and it's dumping right on our heads at the moment. But look at that. Who cares? Big smiles.
Who cares?
Doesn't
The
matter.
lovely thing is everybody is still giving lovely big smiles. And it's
A bit of water's
wonderful
not going to
see.
hurt.
No, it's not. We'll all be cold and a little bit damp afterwards, but what's wrong with a hot shower or a hot
Now,
bath?
there's another float. Where are we up to? There's some of the kids having a wave.
Yep.
Still looking happy.
Well, that's a great looking float, that one.
Everything's...
And the gals there, they must be, the legs must be a bit cool.
Everything's been thrown into a bit of disarray by the wet water. There's a couple that can't perform in the wet because their routines just don't lend themselves to it. But there's another group. We're talking about the koalas, the Aussie Cowgirls, Sydney Rugby League Grand Finals. You always see them there, and they're a very professional outfit. Look, they're still smiling.
They sure are. The training they have to do is amazing, Tim. Actually, I mean, it's not surprising because they do it so well, but they really work out a lot, a couple of times a week.
Yeah.
But I see Gabby's coming up behind them, our round-the-world flying superstar, who we'll be catching up with later. Look at those girls. Good on them. That's a nice big brolly too. They're very wise.
You need them today, let me tell you.
Oh, very exotic.
Very exotic. We better see the top of that so that we know what it is.
There really are some fabulous boats. I mean, just to look at them, they really are picturesque. The colour and the detail that's gone into them is truly wonderful. She must be a bit chilly, Tim, I think. The gal there in her
just a bit chilly,
costume.
because apart from the rain, I can assure you it's also a bit chilly in Sydney. I imagine there's a few heaters on around the place. I suppose it's wet down in the Gong too this morning, the national capital.
There's Gabby Kennard there, Tim.
There's Gabby, yep.
There she is, good on her. Well, another lady who's experienced all sorts of weather, really.
Absolutely.
Fabulous.
We had our First Lady of Sail, Kay Cotty, leading the parade. There's our First Lady of the Air, Gabby Kennard, completed that round-the-world solo flight, trying to emulate Amelia Earhart, and she did it.
She's got her kids in there with her too. They must be finding the whole thing so exciting.
That was thunder, by the way.
I was going to say, I didn't think we had fireworks in this parade, did we, Tim?
I think that was thunder.
I think it might have been too. And the Keen kids. What
There's
a
the
team.
Keen kids.
They're great performers, those Keen kids.
Do they ever put in some work? You see them a lot too. I mean, they're the sort of people you see all the time.
Tim, the barbecue. It's not a day for a barbie, is it? Lon's barbecue. I don't like it.
Not let you like the sausages really damp.
And look at Norm. People are finding it a bit wet too. See all these people, they're all supposed to be...
You deserve it, Norm.
Take your zinc off, lady. It's raining. See the way the mouth moves on the women in the float. They're really fabulous. Norm's still smiling despite it all.
Oh, Norm always smiles. I mean, he's happy as long as he's got a can and a television set. Norm's quite happy.
You're right there too.
There she is. All part of the Great Aussie Barbecue Float. And just reminding you that you can go down to Darling Harbour and see them leading up to Christmas. All these float, millions of dollars, honestly, and unbelievable amount of work that's gone into some of them. In fact, all of them.
There certainly are. There are actually 15 floats in all, so it is worthwhile going and having a big look at it all.
So that's the Life Be In It float there, with Norm proudly got his head stuck right out into the rain and not concerned about a single thing. Come on, you Norm.
Oh, there's a few things on the line. They should be taking them in with that rain. Now coming up, we've got the Gumnut Babies float. Can you see that there? That's a gorgeous one, Maggie.
Mate, I just can't wait, and I know you can't wait, to see if Kerri-Anne's going to stand down there in the Pitt Street Mall and sing White Christmas.
Yes.
That's coming up shortly. Kerri-Anne Kennerley, if she's brave enough to do it, I'm sure she is. She's a trooper.
And we've also got...
But in the meantime, the kids just dance on with their pom-poms. They don't mind.
We've also got Greg Anderson coming up, and his horse, Butch Cassidy.
Oh, dear old Butch.
Yes, I wonder how he's coping with the rain.
Be in it, Norm. Yes, rain, hail or shine, mate. Life be in it.
Yes. Now, Greg Anderson, the electric horseman, and his horse, Butch Cassidy, in fact, Showman of the Year, Greg Anderson, they're going to perform for us shortly. Now? Shortly? I'm just checking because...
But I tell you what, earlier today we did record Price and McCoy, who are a fantastic group of acrobats. They were recorded without the wet, so let's have a look at Price and McCoy. a good thing they were recorded. Try and do that with wet hands.
Yes, it was too. Do you like my outfit, Tim?
Very nice.
It's
Very
gorgeous.
becoming.
All the crew have given me jumpers and jackets and all sorts of things. But look...
Just in case you haven't figured out where we are, this is the Pitt Street Hall here, you see, right behind us, and the rain is sort of coming in this way, on the back of Lyndell's shoulders and on top of my head.
It is a little, but we won't hold up the performance because Greg Anderson is now down there, the Electric Horseman and Showman of the Year, and we've got Brooke Anderson's down there, the whole gang up there on the horse.
And Butch doesn't mind a bit. Take it away, Gregory.
Yes, have fun.
Nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? Wouldn't go and thunder. Can you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover.
At the end of this run, Kerri-Anne Kennerley sings White Christmas, and Ronald McDonald puts the rock into Jingle Bells. You're tuned to Santa's official TV station, 10 TV Australia.
Paddle Pop Lion is searching for the magical caramel choc Paddle Pop tree. New Paddle Pops with caramel flavor outside, chocolate flavor inside. Their journey is full of danger. There it is! Look out! Yes, he's found the new caramel choc Paddle Pops. Delicious caramel flavor outside, chocolate flavor inside. At your street shop now.
It's a street you can't find on any map, but now you'll find it right in your own hometown. It's the original Sesame Street live show with Big Bird, Oscar, Cookie Monster, and all your favorite Sesame Street characters live on stage. Come for the singing. Come for the dancing. Come and help solve the missing bird mystery. On Sesame Street, the street where everyone belongs.
So you want to have fun and you like it fast, and Lionel's the one for the jelly that is. For kids on the move, you know what they want. Lionel's the one for the jelly that rips.
Free sticker in every pack.
So drop in now for a bowl full of fun. If it's jelly that you want, then Lionel's the one. And color's so cool and lipstick so red, Lionel's the one for the jelly that rose.
Change sports without changing your shoes. Puma cross-training.
If you've been unsuccessful in your efforts to slim down, it's time you came into a Jenny Craig Weight Loss Center. We teach you how to lose weight and keep it off. At Jenny Craig, we get results.
Lose all the weight you want to lose for just $92.50.
Australians are laughing like never before. Meet the faces behind the current boom in Australian comedy.
Those who think 60 Minutes is going to shoot me.
Shame, shame, dearest.
Monday, 7:30 on 10. A funny thing happened to Australian comedy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Brothers' inaugural Christmas parade through the streets of Sydney, 1989. Actually, they asked Lyndel and I if we wouldn't mind coming down to the Pitt Street Mall to sit on this big scissor lift in the rain on a Sunday morning. We said, sure. Look, for Christmas,
lovely.
anything.
Why not?
Absolutely, quite right.
We're having a lovely time. And talking about troopers, we'll put ourselves in the line of troopers, but one trooper, a lady who gets up very early every morning, 5 days a week for Good Morning Australia, she has kept on through the parade. She's been waving to people, and now she's ready to sing for us all. Gosh, she's got a great voice, hasn't she?
Oh, she can sing, lovely.
So why don't we hand it over to Kerri-Anne Kennerley. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Take it away, Keza.
Just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Days be merry and bright. May all your Christmases be white. May your days be merry and bright. And may all your Christmases be
Well, I tell you what, a reindeer would give his left antler for a white Christmas at the moment. Snow would be better than this. It'd look better than this. But I should also say that dancing with Kerri-Anne then was some fabulous young girls. They're only 11 to 15 from the Glen Street Academy of Ballet and Performing Arts at Belrose in Sydney. One of their teachers is our prima ballerina Marilyn Jones. There they are.
They're glad to get off stage.
After the performance, right off. Good on you, girls. That was great. And I tell you what, it would be cold, too, in those outfits, because as well as being wet in Sydney at the moment, it's very cold. And they were the girls with Kerri. There they go, back into the car and down towards Darling Harbour. And the parade goes on.
It certainly does, Tim. Have a look at them all. They're still dancing, they're still smiling, they're still having a good time, and there are still people watching, which is even better. Good on them.
Well, actually, behind us here in Pitt Street, near the performing the stage area, no one's gone home.
No.
Everyone's still there. So they all got the brollies up, but they're all still there.
Yes, the show must go on, not only for the performers, but the audience. There are a few that might have disappeared from there, I think, Tim.
Back up towards St Mary's there, we see. And another marching band coming down towards... So they're still coming. The parade goes on.
It fascinates me that the instruments keep working, Tim, with the rain. I would have thought the trumpets and things, a little bit of water could have clogged up the works.
Nothing worse than a damp tuba.
No,
I'm here to tell you.
absolutely not.
Not to mention a damp saxophone.
The family's all having a lovely time. They really are. And all the trolleys. And the other thing that always amazes me, I can't believe there are so many different coloured trolleys in the world, but there are.
Do you think maybe that Santa's giving us just a little test for this year to make sure that we do it in the years to come? He's probably thinking to himself, we'll test them out.
Yes.
If they can get through this one, we'll do it every year from now on. Do you think that's probably
I think that's probably it, because we...
If you're up there now laughing at us, you big rotund gentlemen, we'll get you. I know we won't, because we've got to wait for Christmas.
Yeah, we'll wait till after Christmas to get him, but no, we want to keep on going. Oh, here comes Jumbo. British Airways Jumbo coming into town.
And the
first one with a city name too, Tim.
Absolutely.
Australian name, Spirit of Sydney.
Cameron Daddo and Michael Edward Stevens are on that one, and they'll be performing for us later. Isn't this beautiful? There's the front end of a British Airways Jumbo, the big Coke balloon behind it, the City of Sydney Jumbo.
It's nice to see the planes are working, Tim.
There's at least one. It's going pretty slowly, but then again, so are most of the rest of them.
Exactly. Wonderful music forming behind us at the moment as we look at the parade in Sydney. Oh. Great sound.
Drowned us out.
It drowned us out.
There's young Simon. Hello, Watty.
Now, look, how come the foresight? Why the wetsuit? What does it symbolise?
Wet! We got the surfboards up there on George and Pete waiting for us. We're going to cruise down, and instead of Santa Claus Jumbo, it's going to be Santa Claus Mal.
Actually, I've got the umbrella. What about singing in the rain number? Would probably go down well, don't you think?
Yeah, well, singing in the parade.
Singing.
You do the soft shoe. You could,
Well, I've got very soft shoes. I've got very wet legs at the moment, and I'd like to apologise. They're very pretty. I'd like to apologise to my wife, Bronwyn, who went out and dry cleaned these yesterday. I'm sorry, dear. They're wet now. So, are you enjoying yourself?
Well, we're having fun, but we haven't really sort of made it into the mainstream parade yet, but we're hoping to get there pretty soon. We've just sort of been sitting out there on the back blocks there, and we've got our little dancer girls who we're going to be dancing and singing with a bit later over at Darling Harbour.
I'll tell you what,
they've got our jackets and pants on, and we stole umbrellas from the local restaurants.
You borrowed them. You borrowed them.
Well, we're going to get them back.
Yeah, of course. One thing I've noticed is that all the kids in the parade are sort of keeping up a very great face about it, smiling and dancing.
It's a gutsy effort. This is what Australia's all about.
That's the sort of thing.
You should know it, that when the rain comes down, the smiles come up, and we're having good fun.
And when the going gets tough, the tough goes shopping.
That's right. Well, are the shops open today? What day? It's Sunday.
Yeah, Grace Brothers is open today.
It is open today. Of course, Grace Brothers is. We must have to go and get there and buy a new suit.
We could actually do a first for television here. We could actually have a suicide attempt.
Listen, hold on, wait. I know you guys used to work. You guys work together, and you guys can talk. I want to say hi to the people in Bulga. I want to say hi to all my friends in Big River, and I want to say hi to my cousin Willie in Harlem. Yo!
Okay, and I'd like to say hi to Tim and Lyndel. Bye from us. Let's get out of this way.
I like the wetsuits. Good on.
And those guys will be singing for us later. They wouldn't miss it. Troopers to a man.
No, they wouldn't. No. I love it. God, they look like they were having a good time. Well, I think we need another performance from the stage, Timmy.
I think we do, yes. It'll G us up.
Oh, well, hold on.
We'll have Ronald McDonald in a minute, but let's see what Emdur and Coot are doing. Here's Larry and Fiona. What are you up to, kids?
Again, good to see you're still dry. Well, we are here in sunny downtown George Street. We have to ask ourselves the question, Fiona, are we having fun yet?
Yeah, I think we are, Larry.
Not sort of, kind of. All these people are so brave. They are carrying on, aren't they? Great spirit.
They are carrying on regardless. They're all soaking wet, and a lot of them shivering and goosebumps all over them, but they're still smiling.
The first sign of a pullout we had actually was some dancing girls who decided to run instead of dance, but they're still having a good time. The crowd's still cheering and all sorts of things. Look, let's show you what's going on with these poor performers. How are you shaping up?
Great.
It's going to turn into a one big wet t-shirt competition, hasn't it?
Yep.
You're still having fun?
Oh, trying to.
F-U-N, fun, fun, fun. That's what it's all about. What are we going to do next, Fiona? Go to the beach?
Oh, I think I'd like to go home and change, get into some dry clothes. empty the water out of my shoes, that'd be really nice.
All right, well, as soon as you guys let us go, we can go and do that. Have fun, keep dry, see you.
Hang in there a bit longer. We're not letting you go yet. You can suffer with the rest of us, don't you think, Tim?
Absolutely.
From the Pitt Street Mall now, a superstar who's recognised from Merimbula to Moscow.
Merimbula to Moscow.
Merimbula to Moscow. Bet you're wondering who it is now.
From Wollongong to Wangaratta.
And all of that too. He's going to sing a classic song, but a very rocky version of Jingle Bell Rock. How about we let him take it away, the superstar Ronald McDonald.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle bell ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time. Jingle gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up the jingle horse, kick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Oh, a mix and a mingle and a jingling beat. That's the Jingle Bell Ride.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air.
What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. The Jingle Bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up the jingle horse, kick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. A mix and a mingle in a jingling feet. That's the Jingle Bell, that's the Jingle Bell, that's the Jingle Bell Ride.
Coming up, the Princess of Pop, Collette, performs her latest hit, and Bernard King paints the town pink. You're watching the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade, so stick with us on 10 TV Australia.
Got two treats for you to eat from McDonald's, so you know they're neat. You gotta try both the chocolate treats.
Oh yes, the chocolate treats.
Round its base, sprinkly things. Cocoa wafer, shake a shake, shake a shake a shake.
Cocoa wafer free sprinkles too, see?
This week's flavor, chocolate treats.
Yeah.
Good time, great taste of McDonald's.
Chocolate treat, chocolate.
It's a street you can't find on any map, but now you'll find it right in your own hometown. It's the original Sesame Street live show with Big Bird, Oscar, Cookie Monster, and all your favorite Sesame Street characters live on stage. Come for the singing. Come for the dancing. Come and help solve the missing bird mystery. On Sesame Street, the street where everyone belongs.
Prints and posters aren't personal enough for today's decorator. Especially now that Anchor Tapestries color coordinate with your decor. And because they're in long stitch, they're easy to do. It's just like painting with stitches. And you get to keep the original. Anchor, the original way to decorate.
Mom, where's the extra dynamo bucket?
What bucket? I just bought this new refill pack.
Refill?
To save money. When we run out of dynamo, we just refill the bucket.
You refill your own bucket. Where are you going?
To get another bucket.
I say, Arthur, you pick up some chocolates as well?
Dynamo Concentrate. Save with the new 750-gram refill.
Next week on Good Morning Australia, Wayne Gardner, Australia's former world motorcycle champ, reveals all about his life and times in the very fast lane, plus the full lip look. It's the latest in plastic surgery for Hollywood starlets. Good Morning Australia, next week.
Happy Yule. Naligal Nagasana. Bon Natale.
Well, what we're really trying to say is...
And a multinational Merry Christmas to you too. Yes, Merry Christmas everybody, prematurely. I think we might be going to have a look at...
Oh, there's a reindeer, Tim.
There's one of the reindeers, which means... There he is.
Oh, there he is. Even Santa needs a brolly, Tim.
All the
Even
kids
though he
watching
comes
at
from
home,
cold climes.
we can assure you that in a very short time, the dear old gentleman himself will be in residence in Grace Brothers for Christmas, and then he'll be there right up until December 25.
He certainly will, and he's
So
got a
he'll be,
very pretty elf with him there too, Deborah.
And there's
Hutton.
Deborah.
There she is, and she's still smiling.
I think
along
Santa
with
would
her
be
own-
quite happy if he had a team of helpers like Deborah Hutton.
I think
up
he-
there at the North Pole.
I think he certainly would.
More than happy, and there he is. He'll be along later anyway. But for the meantime, I know a lot of the kids at home will be just raring to watch this young lady. These days, I suppose, pretty much the Princess of Pop in Australia with her new single, That's What I Like About You, with Simon and Nono and the De La Salle Dance College team. Here is Collette.
You and I, we're always on the run. We've got so many things that have to be done. We move so fast, forever going somewhere. Keep up the energy, we've got to keep on moving. Through it all, love has made us strong. You're by my side, right where you belong. When the day is done, our work is over. You really show me the best time. That's what I like about you. That's what I like about you. Raise the roof, that's what we like to do. We've got to burn it up. It's just me and you. This is our night, one-on-one together. Cherish the moment, it's got to last forever. You show me, love cannot be stopped. Don't fight it now, give all till we drop. When we've had our fill, our night is over. You really show me the best time. That's what I like about you. That's what I like about you. You really show me the best. That's what I like about you. 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 That's what I like about you.
Aren't they great? Oh, Tim, I'd like to look like that. I'd love to look like Collette. She's terrific. And actually, I just want to mention the De La Salle College students who were also dancing with Collette, because they knocked out all the competition in the recent Rocket Stedford, and they're only school kids. They're terrific.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, a lot of that really is aerobics, isn't it? I mean, it's dancing and it's aerobics, and you've got to be real fit.
You do have to be very fit.
Just to do that for 60 seconds, and those songs usually run about 3 or 4. So there's the marching koalas, back to the parade. Nobody's daunted yet in the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade. Well, almost nobody.
Oh, look at the kids.
No, it's not that bad, darling, I promise. Really, no, it's not. But they still keep coming. There's a giant burger.
The flags are keeping on flying too.
There's a giant McFeast by the look of it. A giant plastic McFeast.
I could eat that now. That'd warm me up a bit, Tim.
Wouldn't that be good?
Lovely. And the kids are still having a good time. I think they're having more fun with the rain. Kids love racing around in the rain, don't they? I hope my parents have decided to take Sam and Jessie home and are watching the telly instead.
Somebody's mum was very clever.
Very clever.
Brought the very bright yellow raincoats along to the parade. Yes, you're on television. Yes, smile.
Aren't they gorgeous little tiny tots? I can't believe my little 5-week-old girl will soon be as big as that. They grow so quickly.
Yes, they do. When you're our age, they do. Yeah. It gets. I've got 15 and 13. I think you got Rob.
And I hope your baby still hasn't arrived yet, Tim. Fortunately.
Well, I haven't had the call yet, so obviously everything's all right.
For those of you that don't know, Tim's expecting a baby any minute.
Quick trip to St Margaret's, was only just down the road.
Have a look at
the parade goes on in the streets of Sydney. It is a little bit, albeit this is me being terribly optimistic, it is a little bit brighter than it was earlier. It's not the deluge it was. Now it's just a sort of constant downpour.
But terrific. People are still around supporting it all, and of course the performers keep on performing.
They do indeed. Well, you can't keep them off the stage.
No, you can't.
The show must go on.
And Collette was terrific. Gosh, she's got so much energy. All the young kids enjoyed that one, as well as I think all the young people did too.
Well, they've got something to look forward to. You see all these people when they go home. A nice hot shower.
That's right.
A bit of a feed, and then everyone will be happy for Sunday afternoon.
Yes. We've got even some of the older performers coming up shortly too. Bernard King will be along a little bit later.
Yes, Bernard's
ready.
If Bernard doesn't put a great big pizzazz into Christmas, I'd be very surprised. All right. Let's have a look at him. Why not? Here he is. I suppose when you think of Bernard, you think of marvellous cooking. Back in the old days, some caustic comments when he used to be on those talent. Oh God, he was caustic, old Bernard. But these days, he just loves to perform and loves to do what he does best, and that's entertain everybody. Bernard King.
Now hear this. Emdur, take an editorial to the people of Parramatta. No, make that to the people everywhere. Banish black, burn the blue, bury the beige. From now on, think pink. Think pink from your top hat to your toes. Think pink. Think pink if you want that Celt that shows. Red is dead, blue is through, green's obscene, brown's taboo, and there's not the slightest excuse for grey or blues or chartreuse. Think pink, no jaded jades and purple fades. Think pink in all its shades, the pink parades. I wouldn't presume to tell a person what a person ought to think, but tell them what they've got to think. Think pink.
Oh, just to think about it. Why, oh, let's think about it.
I'm tickled pink about it.
Feels so gay, feels so bright. Makes your day, makes your night.
Pink is now the color to which you gotta switch, to which you gotta switch.
Every stitch
you stitch. Think pink on the long, long road ahead.
On the road, think pink.
Think pink and the world is rosy red.
Everything's rosy.
Everything links with pink, matching everything you can think. And that includes the kitchen sink. Think pink.
know, Jim.
Drenched pink.
Yes, poor
We
old...
just invented a new colour for Christmas. Drenched pink.
Yes, poor old Bernard couldn't put his top hat on because of the rain either.
No, it would have fallen off. But the parade goes on. Where's that? Oh, yes, just up around from St Mary's, around the park.
There's
yes.
a big lass. A very big woman travelling along there.
Hot summer nights, this one is. Very droll. Very droll.
Very.
I suppose we'll get one of those soon.
Oh, we can't complain. We have been having pretty good weather.
The weather's been great. I mean, it's only really this weekend, which is a shame, but and it's actually quite cool in Sydney today too. You're watching down in the Gong. Well, I suppose it's cool in the Gong too. And Canberra, I don't know what it's like down there today, but I suppose it couldn't be any worse than this.
No, and Simon wanted to report in that all these kids that we're seeing along the parade lines are fabulous. He said the enthusiasm from the audience is terrific. They're sort of cheering on all the performers, which is what's needed because it is a bit tough in the rain. And
the audience has thinned a bit, but there's still plenty around to welcome this first parade. And of course, welcome Santa to town, which is the basic reason for doing it.
Sure is.
It's a pre-Santa parade.
Yes, and Santa will be in store once he's come through the parade for all the kids to go and put in their Christmas wishes.
There are the pipes and drums. You can... Ah, there's dear old Ming Dynasty, God bless him. One of the clerk of the course horses. I think Ming Dynasty is usually at Royal Randwick. The racegoers will probably correct me if I'm wrong. But he was a great champion racehorse, Ming Dynasty, and these days he escorts the horses round to their starting barriers at the races. And a beautiful old, marvellous grey horse he was. Oh, that
yummy.
looks good. Yeah, that
celebration. Yum. I'd like to get hold of a little bit of that food. I think it's a very wet wedding, isn't it, Tim? Oh,
very wet wedding.
Poor thing.
That's the best spot to watch from. Somebody's in their office.
Thanks very much.
Oh,
doing a little weekend work.
Santa.
There
he is. Oh, everyone, the kids must be so excited to see him. Lovely, and the reindeers, they're leading him on. I guess that some of the kids are hanging in just to see Santa.
Of course they are. Yes, of course they are. Our mate Larry Emdur is out there amongst the drenched crowd and in the rain, but he'd be undaunted, I know he would. Larry, who have you got with you?
Thanks very much again. Well, there you have it, the nicest, the warmest, the driest view of the 1989 Grace Brothers Christmas Parade. My goodness, what I would give to be up there. Let's have a look at what's going on down in the street. Australians love to party, and there's no stopping that good old Australian ingenuity when it comes to parties. Look at this, the new vogue. This is what's in for summer, guys. The great high fashion raincoat. It's a garbage bag. How are you going?
Good, a bit cold.
A bit cold? Why are you still standing out here? I don't understand it.
Oh, I don't know, someone's got to be here.
Yeah, and did you bring the garbage bags with you?
No, we bought them at Woolworths.
Oh, there you go. Okay, of course it is the Grace Brothers Parade. You've got to give Woolworths a big credit. They're selling garbage bags and these little umbrellas by the millions. I'm in for one. I'll see you soon.
Good, Larry, yeah.
What you, Larry? Well, garbage bags, I must say, are very handy. I have resorted to those in the rain. I'd like to be inside a building, though. I think that'd be quite cozy. And they're still managing.
Oh, there's our nocturnal animals float, which is, I hope you can see on television just how much work has gone into it.
It looks
all the Aussie nocturnal animals on the float, and it looks great. They've done a good job there.
If those flashing eyes are a little bit frightening, mind you, nocturnal animals are a little bit frightening sometimes at night when you're not expecting them.
There's one of the many pipe bands that are escorting.
Oh,
there's
Normie. Hi, Normie Rowe. He'll be performing for us later too.
No, I knew Normie wouldn't be even remotely concerned about the wet.
No, he's such a happy guy.
Yeah, he is. And what an amazing life he's had, Normie Rowe. You think about Normie Rowe. I remember back in the 60s when Normie was a huge star. He couldn't go on a stage without the girls. He used to rip his clothes off and all that. Remember that?
Oh, I do remember that.
And then, of course, his days in Vietnam, which he now is very much involved with the Vietnam veterans, organising their reunion parades every year, and that'll be every year from now on. And, of course, a performer of great distinction. These days in things like Les Miserables, he's just enormous. And Normie will be here a little later, but we'll go away from the damp streets of Sydney for just a tick and come back in a minute.
Just around the corner, Barry Crocker joins Neighbours, and the beautiful Billy Wilde sings a Christmas classic. You're watching 10 TV Australia's coverage of the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade.
When Emily and Henrietta won the lottery, they had overseas holidays, big houses, limousines, and everyone said they were lucky dogs. But then Henrietta had always been lucky because Emily had always fed a lucky dog. It's nutritious, completely balanced, and comes in 5 delicious dinners. Lucky Dog main meal varieties.
The Irish sweepstakes.
Because every dog deserves to get lucky.
At times I feel depressed. When I look at myself in the mirror, when I try to put on some of the clothes that I now have in my wardrobe, the look in the mirror doesn't thrill me.
I feel absolutely tremendous. I feel fantastic. It's as if I'm seeing a new person in front of the mirror whenever I look. I'm no longer sad or depressed, and I know that with the help of Jenny Craig that I'll be able to keep this weight off forever.
At Jenny Craig, we take a lot of time to meet your individual needs. Our menu plans are prepared especially for you, and you'll love our new food packaging, no tins. If you haven't seen us lately, you haven't seen us at all.
On Jenny's new program, you can lose all the weight you want for only $92.50. That's right, $92.50. This is the lowest price ever offered by Jenny Craig, so why not call the centre nearest you today?
This week on E Street,
I don't want to forget about our marriage.
Lisa's made her decision,
Coming with you on the tour.
but Jojo has other ideas.
My girlfriend's allowed, I told you that.
Bingo. Harley's Numbers Up on E Street, this week on 10.
Yes, welcome back to the inaugural Grace Brothers Christmas Parade. I can tell you, as we near the end of the parade proper, the weather is clearing just a little bit, but only a little bit.
Only just a little bit, Tim, but the Christmas spirit continues.
Undaunted.
And the performers are continuing too. And the showboat, which many of you will have seen floating around Sydney, has some terrific performers on it. They've come off the water and onto the Pitt Street Mall area. And so here is Billy Wilde and the Showboat Dancers. Have yourself a Merry Christmas.
Coming up, a Christmas message from Normie Rowe. You're tuned to the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade.
It's a street you can't find on any map, but now you'll find it right in your own hometown. It's the original Sesame Street live show with Big Bird, Oscar, Cookie Monster, and all your favorite Sesame Street characters live on stage. Come for the singing. Come for the dancing. Come and help solve the missing bird mystery. on Sesame Street, the street where everyone belongs.
When Emily and Henrietta won the lottery, they had overseas holidays, big houses, limousines, and everyone said they were lucky dogs. But then Henrietta had always been lucky because Emily had always fed a lucky dog. It's nutritious, completely balanced, and comes in 5 delicious dinners. Lucky Dog main meal varieties.
The Irish sweepstakes.
Because every dog deserves to get lucky.
So you want to have fun and you like it fast, and Lionel's the one for the jelly that is. For kids on the move, you know what they want. Lionel's the one for the jelly that rips.
Free sticker in every pack.
So drop in now for a bowl full of fun. If it's jelly that you want, then Lionel's the one. And color's so cool and lipstick so red, Lionel's the one for the jelly that rolls.
Prints and posters aren't personal enough for today's decorator. Especially now that anchor tapestries color coordinate with your decor. And because they're in long stitch, they're easy to do. It's just like painting with stitches. And you get to keep the original. Anchor, the original way to decorate.
At times I feel depressed. When I look at myself in the mirror, when I try to put on some of the clothes that I now have in my wardrobe, the look in the mirror doesn't thrill me.
I feel absolutely tremendous. I feel fantastic. It's as if I'm seeing a new person in front of the mirror whenever I look. I'm no longer sad or depressed, and I know that with the help of Jenny Craig that I'll be able to keep this weight off forever.
At Jenny Craig, we take a lot of time to meet your individual needs. Our menu plans are prepared especially for you, and you'll love our new food packaging, no tins. If you haven't seen us lately, you haven't seen us at all.
On Jenny's new program, you can lose all the weight you want for only $92.50. That's right, $92.50. This is the lowest price ever offered by Jenny Craig, so why not call the centre nearest you today?
Is this still the Brady's? Television's favorite family are coming home for Christmas.
There's been a little trouble at a construction site.
Oh my God, Mr. Roberts, what's the matter?
6:30 Saturday. Channel 10 wishes you a very Brady Christmas.
Well, as the bands are marching past, I now have Ronald McDonald with me. Hi, Ronald.
Hi, how are you, Fiona?
I'm really well. Now, I heard you sing earlier. That was really great. Do you normally do that?
Something about a Ronald McDonald, almost. Actually, I am the prototype. The original prototype of Ronald McDonald.
You must be having a bit of trouble with your hair there. I know I am.
Yes, I am. Just a bit of trouble with my hair. As you can see, it sometimes gets caught onto my head, like that.
Yeah. Who are you talking to?
We're just having a chat here with Ronald McDonald.
That's not Ronald McDonald. Folks, we'll expose this man, this imposter, live on television right here on Network 10. I think you'll find he's not Ronald McDonald, Fiona. Are you Ronald McDonald?
Yes, of course I am.
Let me ask you one question for Tim Webster, sitting back there. Where'd you get your hair done?
Where I get my hair done? I actually got it at Ronald McDonald's hair parlor.
There's one in every crowd, as you know. There's hundreds in this crowd. Back to you, I think. What do you think, Fiona?
I think so.
I think so.
That's the
He looks like
worst.
he might have had his hair done at McDonald's. Looks like a McFeast on the top of his head.
Isn't it terrible?
Fancy being a Ronald McDonald impersonator coming up to Christmas. The man should be locked up.
I think that's gasping. Tim,
Leading
please don't go to
children
his
astray.
hairdresser.
Have him taken away. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's a fella, well, there really isn't much he hasn't done. He's been an actor, an impressionist, a comedian, a singer. He was the original Bazza McKenzie. I mean, Variety Club Entertainer of the Year, God knows how many times. And he's just terrific. To sing a song that I'm sure every young person and every mum will know as soon as they hear the opening strains. Here is Barry Crocker.
Neighbors, everybody needs good neighbors. Just a friendly wave each morning helps to make a better day. Neighbors, Next door is all a footstep away. Neighbors, everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbors should be there for one another. That's when good neighbors become neighbors. Everybody needs good neighbors. Just a friendly wave each morning helps to make a better day. Neighbors need to get to know each other. Next door is all a footstep away. Neighbors, everybody needs good neighbors.
There he is singing Neighbours and entertaining the crowd, as he always does. Barry Crocker will be back right after this on the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade when Santa joins us in the Pitt Street Mall.
When we return, Big River stars Cameron Daddo and Michael Edward Stevens fly us to the moon, and Santa Claus makes his grand entrance. You're tuned to the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade on 10 TV Australia.
Grand Slam shirts are durable, hard-wearing, easy to clean, and extremely well-made. Grand Slam shirts, quality you can't beat. Grand Slam shirts are rich in quality. But you don't have to be rich to wear one. The affordable Grand Slam shirt.
2 minutes, boys.
A word of warning about dynamite fluoro briefs. They're very, very loud.
Let's do it.
Grand Slam shirts are durable, hard-wearing, easy to clean, and extremely well-made. Grand Slam shirts, quality you can't beat.
Right. Last week we changed nappies. Tonight, dressing baby. Off you go.
Bonds make more than just wonder suits.
It's a singlet, not a straitjacket, Mr. Reed.
There's a range for babies of all ages.
This side up. It's a baby, not a bowling ball, Mr. Armstrong.
And being Bonds, you know they're safe, comfortable, and very hard-wearing.
Oh, never thought of doing it that way. All right, hold them up. Maybe we should practice handing baby back to mother.
Grand Slam shirts are rich in quality. But you don't have to be rich to wear one. The affordable Grand Slam shirt.
This week on Neighbours.
I shan't forgive him for this.
Can Matt talk his way out of trouble?
Don't think you're going to get out of this by lying, Matthew.
And a night out with disastrous results.
What do you think?
Neighbours, weeknight 7 o'clock on 10.
You're watching the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade.
Welcome back to the Grace Brothers Christmas Parade, and some great big voices there. Talking about great big voices, Cameron Daddo and Michael Edward Stevens have been delighting Sydney audiences with the musical Big River this year, and they're going to perform for us today, Fly Us to the Moon. Take it over, boys.
Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Swing among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. Other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
There they go, Cameron, Daddo and Michael Edward Stevens. Terrific.
Oh,
and
wasn't that great?
It started to rain again. As soon as they started, really rain again. But Cameron doesn't mind it. Cameron took his shoes off and wandered through the streets of Sydney.
They had
Probably
a lot
pretty much
of
does
fun.
it every Friday night.
Oh, weren't they terrific, those
They were
great
great.
voices.
Look, we should, it has been, shall we say, folks, a little difficult today. We had a really full program. We've had to reorganise it a bit on the television for you and in the streets because of the rain, because I don't know if you got the general impression at home, but it really has been wet and it's been cold and a bit dismal in the streets of Sydney. But we'd like to thank Grace Brothers for even attempting to do it.
Yes.
And we hope it doesn't discourage them from doing it next year. I'm sure it won't, because as we mentioned earlier in the show, Macy's do it in New York City, and Grace Brothers are doing it here in the city of Sydney, and God bless them for even trying it.
Look at this. Santa Claus is coming to town, and look who's with him, Larry Emdur.
Oh, there's the old bloke.
Okay, thanks very much. Hiya, Santa. Ho, ho, ho. What a jam! There you go. Now, it snows up in the north. What about this for Sydney?
We were trying to get a wonderful bright day. It was looking wonderful, and there you go. I tried.
Yeah, I don't know, guys, if I've ever seen Santa with such a drip, dry look, but he's come well equipped. Santa, your wish for Christmas, if it's not a sunny Sydney, where's it to be?
Well, if it's not a sunny Sydney, it's for happiness. I'd like to see the kids happy and smiling. I've been looking at the parade all the way along, even though with the rain, they're still smiling and waving. I think that's wonderful. Couldn't ask for a better wish.
It truly is. Deb, how are you going today?
Oh, very dry, actually, considering the weather, but it is fantastic to see all the people. It really is. The support has been fantastic today, because the weather has not been good, unfortunately, which is a real shame, because
Okay, Larry. Larry, Deborah and Santa, thank you.
Well, back to you guys for a good
Mate,
night.
I'm home to something hot to eat and perhaps something a little warming to drink.
Me too.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Hopefully we'll see you next year for another Grace Brothers Christmas Parade. Only 5 weeks to go. Look after yourself. See you soon.
Have a happy Christmas. Bye-bye, Sydney.
Bye, everyone.
Brothers wishes you a very Merry Christmas.
Tonight, Bill Murray, Sigourney Weaver, Ghostbusters. Tomorrow, Nice Girls Don't Explode. Tuesday, Moscow on the Hudson. And Wednesday, Cactus Jack. It's Laugh-O-Mania week, all this week on 10.
Do you need a hand? Do you need a hand? Be the first to say, do you need a hand?
Sunday, the war on water begins live from the Gold Coast. Australia's Ironmen locked in battle over 42 grueling kilometres. Summer's fittest athletes competing for supremacy. Over 3 hours of live television on 10. Who will emerge from the surf to win round 1 of the Uncle Toby's Super Series? The Gold Coast Gold. Get set for the ultimate tough man competition. The Uncle Toby's Super Series War on Water. Sunday, 3:30, live on 10.